Hello, well today I'd like to share with you an experiment we've been using in our junior high school classes. We have a little science theme going on to create a talking point. And today's experiment is called the classic candle experiment. Right. The things we need for this experiment are a glass jar, a candle, something to light the candle with, a lighter, and a tray. And into the tray we're going to put some water. Okay, so let me set that up. I'm going to lower the camera so you can see what's happening. Okay, so our camera is now down next to the tray, so I'm going to pour some water into the tray. So between 5 to 10 millimeters deep. Do it. Enough for effect. And I'm going to add some blue colouring to the water. This is not essential, but it just helps to make things a little clearer. A couple of drops. Okay. We'll just mix that up. Okay, to give us some nice blue coloured water. Okay, then I'm going to place the candle in there. Okay. Okay. Next, taking the lighter and being careful, I will light the candle. Second try. Okay. Okay. Now the experiment involves placing the jar over the candle and observing what happens. Now most people will assume, or most will know, that fire needs oxygen. And when we put the jar over, the flame, the candle flame, will burn the oxygen, and when the oxygen levels reach a low point, the candle will go out. But that's not all that happens in this experiment. Okay, we've got a nice candle. Let's see, let's observe. Okay, so down comes our jar. Okay, over the candle and into the water. Okay, did you see what happened there? The candle, as expected, went out. But I think you will notice that the water level in the jar has actually increased. And this tea light candle is now floating on the water. Now, what are the reasons for this? Well, it was assumed for a long time that because the oxygen was burnt by the candle, this created a space or a vacuum in the jar, and the water was then pushed into it. That's not exactly what's happening here. In this case, warm air or hot air expands. And so the candle heats the hot air, or heats the air, and it gets hotter. That expands. Some actually escapes through the bottom of the jar. You might have seen a bubble as we brought the jar on top of the water. When the candle goes out, the air then contracts or gets smaller. This creates a vacuum inside the jar, and then atmospheric pressure, air pressure, then pushes the water down and up into the jar to fill that space and equalize the air pressures between the jar and the outside. Okay, well, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed the experiment. If you have any questions or comments, feel free to leave them below. Until next time, thank you and bye.